Do you consider yourself an investor, investing for the long term? Not a problem. Susan and I invest ourselves for the long term. By the way, I am Bagger Don at StockMarketCaddy.com, and today is Saturday, August 16th. August 16th. And summer is winding down. Been a very busy summer for us and going to be an extremely busy fall. In fact, if you've been shadowing us and thinking of getting into a Q school this year, please, because come November 1, we will probably have completed what we can issue for licenses this year, and we probably won't be doing any more Q schools until January. So don't wait. You're looking at what we call SMC, the Swing Machine Plus. Now, I'm going to show you not just these futures markets as an investor, but I'm also going to show you some stocks. Let me highlight the ES futures contract. On a monthly basis, Swing Machine went long 177 months ago. It did so at the price of $16.29 back on December 31 of 2010. You have more than tripled, or the signal has more than tripled. And if you had purchased just one ES futures contract, just one contract, and continued to roll it over every 3 months, you would have in your bank account over $242,000. The NQ, 187 months ago, $391,000. Now I'm going to scroll down. I won't comment on each market, but this is how Swing Machine and what Swing Machine has done for those our members that are investors. How about gold? 33 months ago, that's not too long ago, $116,000. The percent return is much higher than this. This shows you the percent return. It really is the percent increase from the entry price to where it is now. We probably should restate that. But let me show you the energy market. How about heating oil? And these signals are both long and short. How about cryptocurrency? 23 months ago. Now it's a huge leveraged account, but the signal had you buying Bitcoin at 48,615 a coin, Ethereum at 3758, and then the so-called softs. Let's scroll down and show you. There you go. Let's make sure we don't miss any here. Let me fill the window. There we go. So you can see everything. Let's scroll down. There they are. And even live cattle. If you are a monthly investor, are you getting distracted with what is going on weekly? With the weekly swing trader? If you are interested in what a swing trader is looking at, be sure to watch the next video. But let me do this for a moment. Let me delete all of these. And let me put in the S&P 500 on a monthly basis here. Let's scroll this up. We're going to give it a chance to populate. And I'm going to need to change the leverage because the stocks are not leveraged unless you're using options. So we're going to change it from future. We're going to make futures false. We're going to make stocks true, and let's put in a dollar amount. And let's say that you were investing $25,000 on any one or all, if you had the capital, to purchase stock when Swing Machine gave you a monthly signal. Let's lose this symbol. And let's widen this out. This is kind of crazy. So we're going to scroll and get the best return. Now, Swing Machine gives you a lot of information here. Monster NS. How about this? 161,000. This is split adjusted. The entry was comparable to 4 cents. Apple, if you had put $25,000 on a monthly basis in with Swing Machine back on February 27th of 2004, you'd have 13 million. Nvidia, 144 months ago, 11 million. Axon, you know what Axon does? They make tasers and cameras for HOAs and for police departments. How about Costco? 175 months ago. Just 175 months ago. $25,000. 1.1 million. Let me scroll down. Swing Machine doesn't get every investment right. But you see, Swing Machine, and by the way, the signals will be mostly long, but he may have you short, which you may choose not to short, but you wouldn't want to be holding. So for instance, like on this is Walgreens. It signaled to short 79 months ago. So if you owned it, it's trading at $11.96. You could have used this tool to get you out, and you would have saved 83%. Did your broker do that for you? Probably not. So let's scroll down. Again, we're profitable. Look at this, long and short. But this is a algorithm that can help you make investment decisions. We are profitable in 414 of 500. The yellow means we are flat, even. So out of 434, we are either profitable or flat. Now the others were suffering a drawdown. And what is the worst drawdown? The worst is, well, it's this one. Not sure what that's all about. This is split adjusted, and the reality of that is if that had happened, I'm somehow thinking that's an anomaly because we only had $25,000. So something is askew on that, number one. But next to it, the worst would have been this one here, and it had gone against the short signal. As an investor, we do teach that you should not short. We don't think so. You might use the short signals to do what? To get out of those bad investments. As an investor, we don't think you should be paying any attention to what the weekly swing trader is seeing and doing. And God knows you should not be paying attention to the daily or intraday. If you like what you see here and you want to see the same tool on a weekly basis, be sure to watch the next video. If you want to get this tool on your desktop to augment, and we do think as an investor you should be making some fundamental consideration as well as technical, which we share during our Q School. But if you want this tool on your desktop and more, we're happy to do that. So be sure to visit stockmarketcash.com. I am Bagger Don, and you can reach me any day at 813-758-8263. Stay tuned. We're going to show you the weekly next.